everyone, it's Teresa and welcome back to my channel and welcome to everyone who is new. Today's video is another collaboration challenge kind of video. It is hosted by Indie Annie Jones, and as always I will have the playlist as well as her channel listed below for you to check out. Go over there and see everyone's wonderful creations. I'm sure they're going to be absolutely great. As you can tell by the title, this is going to be based on White Christmas. It is by far one of my favorite Christmas movies, and we're going to be actually making a sign with the words or lyrics from one of the songs in the movie. If you haven't seen it before, you're really missing out. Go over and see it. Bing Crosby is in it. I can't imagine a better Christmas movie to be watching, especially if it's cold and white where you are living. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first we're going to be starting off with this sign. Yes, that is the letter N. It's actually a sign I got on clearance from Hobby Lobby. I got it for, I think, $3.99. Yep, see, there's the tag. $3.99 on clearance, so not a bad deal. I don't really have a purpose for a sign with the letter N on it, so we're going to paint over that. So I'm going to tape off the wood part of the sign because I want to keep that, and then we're going to do a coat of that paint folk art, and that paint is called sheepskin. And then we're going to use some hazelnut from Waverly, and we're going to do a really light dry brushing. I was doing it just to give it just a little bit of something, and I didn't really want to risk seeing that in that was on the sign before paint coming through. So I just do, like I said, really light brushing with that hazelnut paint. You can just barely see it, and I really wanted it to be faint. I almost wanted to give it more of a dirty, distressed look, not distressed like I painted over it with a little bit of paint. So what I end up doing is I do go over it with this paint, and then I'm going to go back over that with some of that sheepskin paint. And I'm really, when I'm doing it, I'm not even worried about that like beigey brown colored paint to be dry. In fact, it's better if it's still a slight bit wet. Not even really wet, just basically not quite dry yet, because I want to smear it a little bit. So as you can tell, that is what we're doing here. And I'm sorry about this weird camera angle. This sign was kind of hard to get in frame. So as you can tell, here I am doing that with that same sheepskin paint that we used in the beginning. Just going over spots that seem like they're a little bit too full coverage. Not even full coverage isn't even the right word. Just spots that are a little bit too much. I didn't really want to see a lot of the paint strokes, a lot of where the bristles from the paintbrush were, so that's why I just really wanted it to be just nice. One thing about this sign, I found it and I saw it and I was like, I really want to do something special with it. I want to do something that I'm going to want to keep, that I'm gonna love, and I want to put up somewhere, nice in my house. And so once I've gotten it pretty much painted the way I want it, I am going to go ahead and take off the painter's tape. And one thing to keep in mind, when I was actually putting on the painter's tape, I was almost tucking it into that seam to kind of keep it from getting too much in there. So next, what we're going to do is we're actually going to do a quick run through of how I get these fonts. I go through any font, then into the font, and you're going to put in the name of the one you're looking for. This one is called Magnolia Sky. At least that's the main one on this sign. The one that says the blessing word, which you'll see in just a minute. And what you're going to do is you're going to download it. And this is actually for an iPad, just so you know. You download it, and then I'll show you here how you actually install it into your iPad. So once that's done, we're going to go into settings. See, you'll see it right there. Oh, I lied. We're going to go into any font, hit install, hit allow, and then you're going to close that, go into your settings, and you're going to find it where it says profile. Yep, here it is. You're going to find profile, and then you're going to find that list of the fonts. And here in a minute, we're going to do that. All right, and you see at the top, there it is. Hit install. Basically, you keep hitting those buttons until you get it there. And you can just keep hitting install, accept, that kind of thing. It's really easy. And then from here, you can actually go into Cricut, and that's going to be listed in your fonts. So you watch, you just go into the fonts, you skim down a little bit, and then there it is. And I'm going to have this as a short as well. That way you can refer back to it without having to find it in this video if you need to. All right, so before we put down our letters though, I am going to put down a coat of Mod Podge. I just feel like this is going to help it from getting all the paint pulling up. So the first part of the decal that I put up on my Cricut is when I'm worried and I can't sleep, I count my blessings, and then underneath it you'll see the next part is going to be instead of sheep. And then I think it's actually, this is all one part. I do wish I had broken it up a little bit more and kind of cut it down underneath I count my, and then done blessings as another part. I think it would have transferred a lot better. So keep that in mind if you try to repeat this or if you do a big project like this as well. The kind of the idea behind this is that it is going to go in my bedroom. It's such a nice sentiment that you don't go to bed worrying about the world, worrying about, so many things that are going on. And instead you think more about what is that you're thankful for. And as you can probably tell, as I'm tearing up just talking about it, obviously you guys don't probably know me in real life, but I am a big crybaby. If I see a sad commercial come on the TV, I am just, crying like a little baby. So that's, just a little something about me. So when you're putting this down, this is one of the reasons why I went ahead and did the Mod Podge down first, was just because I did not want to worry about my transfer tape pulling up some of that paint. So once I get it situated and I end up pulling it off, I'll put down that bottom part that you can see here, and it just says, and I fall asleep counting my blessings. So now here the project is, and it's all finished, and I'm so happy with the way it turned out. So don't forget to go over to the playlist and check out all of the other crafters with their projects. And of course, don't forget to go check out the host, Indiana Jones. If you have not seen her stuff before, she is hilarious. She's amazing. She goes live almost every night, if not every night. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you next time.